Hey everyone, welcome to Box Mining. So I'm recording from quite a special location in downtown Hong Kong. I thought this would be a pretty cool time to update you guys on what's happening on the latest cryptocurrency news. So I think the biggest headlines news today is that Ian Balina himself got hacked. So the guy who made hacking the system got hacked for around $2 million worth of tokens. And I'll tell you some security tips and how the hypothesis of how he got hacked came about. There's also quite a lot of news in terms of adoption. We have NASA themselves coming out and saying, yeah, you know what, we're going to do a space exploration program and we're going to use blockchain. And this is also echoed by Samsung, who wants to do their global supply management with blockchain as well. So I'll voice some of these kind of what I think about what's happening in this topic. Lastly, of course, Binance had a burn, so we're going to discuss everything in today's Box Mining Daily. And as always, everything covered here is my personal opinion and not financial advice. So let's talk about Samsung and NASA first of all. So these are really big players in terms of both industry and in terms of space exploration. And they're coming out both saying, yeah, you know what, we're going to use blockchain technology. This year is a year where we know for sure that blockchain technology cannot be ignored. The technology behind itself, maybe in terms of private blockchains, is getting a push forward because they know that it's cost effective to store something like supply chain data on the blockchain. So the issue with private blockchains is that it's kept by one central party, so it doesn't really have the biggest advantage of a blockchain system. What we've been seeing recently is the move towards a public blockchain. So something like Hedera themselves, they were doing private blockchains for a while, and then they're releasing public blockchain. Even VeChain as well, they had private usage and then releasing the public version. So I do see that as a trend. These companies will try to use the blockchain themselves, and then they realize, you know what, they want a trustless system. So to become trustless, you want to involve the public. So the public is where you put the trust. So it's decentralized trust. So I feel like even though these companies like Samsung, they're announcing that they're going to use blockchain, it's the first step to a full blockchain system. Next up, we have Ian Balina. So this made headlines and this really blew my mind. It came out today during his live stream that he was hacked and his tokens were stolen from his account. So far it's been traced to a Evernote account. So what seems to be the case is that he was storing his private key on Evernote, and the hacker managed to access that Evernote file containing his private key and then managed to send those tokens out. What's with cryptocurrency? Once you know that those tokens are sent out, you know that it cannot be reversed. So that's kind of the downside. You must really protect your cryptocurrency. So I definitely feel for him. That's $2 million worth of tokens gone. And one of the probably reasons why he got hacked is because he was very public about his portfolio. So people knew exactly how much he had, which made him a bigger target. So these are some best practices. If you don't want to get hacked in this space, one of the best practices is to not tell people how much cryptocurrencies you have. That's one way to get a big red flag down your back. But another thing is, of course, use a hardware wallet. Hardware wallets allow you to be disconnected from the internet. Basically, if a hacker even breaches your Google account, they still can't access that physical device. And because that physical device is disconnected from the internet, you're technically protected as long as you kept your backup phrases safe as well. So that's one caveat of, say, having a ledger or something like that, where you must also protect your backup key phrases because, well, if you don't protect them, they can restore that backup phrase and access your account. But in terms of security, you want to make sure that you don't just trust Google for all your security. That's just not good enough. And this case is a proof of that. You definitely don't want to just trust Google with your security and put things on Evernote. That's the least secure way of doing it because not only are you storing that private key on your device, but it's storing on the cloud as well, and the hacker can access it at any time. The last topic of the day is Binance. So Binance have recorded a record-breaking profit of $150 million this quarter. That's ridiculous considering that they're a pretty new exchange and they just got started. So congratulations to Binance, and they did a token burn as well. But in typical crypto fashion, the moment they announced a burn, Binance dropped by a little bit. That's because in terms of cryptocurrencies, people tend to buy the rumor and sell the news. So the fact that people knew that there was a burn coming meant that there was a prior kind of built-in price premium for Binance. And lastly, of course, taxes. Taxes in the States are due in on the 17th. So that's probably why a lot of people are focusing on doing the taxes and not really focusing on cryptocurrencies. What do you guys think of taxes? Do you think they should be applied for cryptocurrencies and capital gains or not? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to click the little subscribe button to subscribe to this channel. And of course, click the little notification bell to be notified of new videos when they get released.